performed today that, hey, they've got just as much heart as any of the guys do.
Megan Foster, Cicely Jackson, Maya Eidman. You watched the lane assignments. South Gray's Emily Salmons, Paige Baird out of Northern Valley, Norwich's Tori Poe, Ashley Stoll, Shelby Oldie from Lynn, and this is one lap around.
And this, again, will probably come down to lanes 4 and 5 with Emily Salmons of South Gray. She was second a year ago, and Paige Bard of Almena Northern Valley. She is the defending champion in this event. They come in with the top 2 times in class 1A.
1A all time. Every time I see it, Sandra Myers, got to mention her again, out of Little River Wyndham, 1979, ran a 56.5. I mention it because that was the year I graduated from high school, so I just want to point that out.
Bard went out, and she really threw down the gauntlet here and made it. You're going to come get me, and here comes Salmons back at her.
South Gray's Emily Salmons trying to make a move, and is in fact going to make a move. 20 meters to go here. Battle for first, but pushing out in front. Paige Baird of Northern Valley is going to win it. Northern Valley's Paige Baird holds off Emily Salmons in the last 20 meters. Good look at Valley Heights in lane 1. That's Samantha Vermetten. Amongst this bunch, 1, 2, 3, 4 sophomores, 3 juniors, 1 senior. The senior is in lane 8 out of Kenton Galva. Girls 400-meter dash in class 2A there in the block set to go. We listen in for the starter's gun.
Set.
Got to run that first 100 meters very fast, and Cassie Waldschmidt of Ellis looks like she's off to a good start. Aubrey Dewey out of Plainville right behind her. As they hit the curve, they have to stay in their lanes the entire way. The second 100 meters, that third 100 meters, trying to maintain, trying to get some momentum to save it for the stretch run in front of the fans in the grandstand.
And it looks like Donnelly has made up the stagger on Dewey. But on the outside, Maddie Snow is throwing it down.
Senior from Kenton Galva getting a chase now as they close the stagger there. Ellis, Cassie Waldschmidt. Kiowa County's Casey Erickson, Kelly Rhodes trying to score for their team, but in lane 3, that is Aubrey Donnelly from Lincoln. And now getting a chase. Ellis is Cassie Waldschmidt, but here's Lincoln's Aubrey Donnelly. Donnelly trying to hold off Casey Erickson, and it's going to be Aubrey Donnelly. Aubrey Donnelly will win gold out of Lincoln in the girls 400-meter dash in class 2A.
Congrats on the state title.
Thank you.
Well, she was smiling all the way. I don't think she saw spots. She's going to see a gold medal. Lincoln's Aubrey Donnelly. Now the 400-meter dash goes to class 3A. Congratulations to Donnelly and the lane assignments. We'll just tell you it's Weathers, Liker, Adams, Thiel, Price, Kaiser, Rogers, and Paramore amongst this bunch. Remington's Hope Thiel.
That's who's taking the lead.
She's probably the girl. She's a senior.
Yep, right in the middle.
Got plenty of all the sophomores, 5 of them, including Riverton's Maddie Price. There are 5 sophomores in this group, 1 freshman, 1 junior, 1 senior.
And the senior's going to show the younger ones how to go out and run the first 200 of it for sure.
Well, she's got the lead really strong, trying to chase her down. Riverton's Maddie Price. Heston's at least Kaiser is at least a little bit back as they head around the curve in front of the scoreboard.
She comes in with a number 5 time in the state this year, a 57.80 that she ran in yesterday's prelims.
Boy, Hope Thiel of Remington is making this a one-person race with Maddie Price right behind her. Remington's going to win a gold medal in the 400 meters and score 1 for Remington's Hope Thiel, who wins the girls 400-meter dash in class 3A. Gets a smile and a hug as she's quickly done. And
Sophie Jones has the number 2 time, and that also came yesterday at 58.97.
Well, just judging the preliminary times, this is going to be a tight race between
really close.
Between the first and 8th time, 2 seconds. McLaughlin out to a pretty good start, but Paola Sophie Jones chases down Holly Marlowe and chases down the gap quickly. And she is in lane 5. Sophie Jones in lane 5, Taylor McLaughlin in lane 4. Both running very smoothly as we get close to the halfway point of the girls 400-meter dash here in class 4A. Lane 7's Burlington's Ashlyn Dobell. Dobell, because of the stagger, hits the mark first. 200 meters to go. Dobell on the outside. Burlington. And now closing the gap, that's Parsons, Holly Marlowe, and now Sophie Jones out of Paola. Getting close to the 100-meter mark. As expected, Taylor McLaughlin, Sophie Jones. Jones has the lead, but here comes Taylor McLaughlin. 80 meters to go. Now 60 meters to go, and making a move is Wellington, Taylor McLaughlin. And right back comes Paola Sophie Jones. Jones and McLaughlin at the buzzer.
We're going to let them use the picture to determine that one.
That was a photo finish. I like it at the buzzer, final seconds. Did the jump shot drop? Let's show the photo. Is it McLaughlin or Jones? Everybody looking at the scoreboard. Lane 4 or lane 5? Who won? You make the call. And it looks like Taylor McLaughlin.
I think I'm going with McLaughlin.
Remember, Catherine Moore was the anchor leg, and what we saw was a really impressive meet record set by St. James Academy. She's in lane 4. And she'll be fun to watch. She was a star. They really got on their feet and cheered for that record. That was super to watch. One of the better events of the Kansas State High School Track and Field Championships. 4A, now 5A. This event off and running. Good start for Catherine Moore. Emily Irvin is the freshman. She's out of Blue Valley Southwest. So Moore is surrounded actually by 2 freshmen. Irvin in lane 3, and now Ramos at Leavenworth. She is in lane 5.
Antonowicz taking it out that first 100 meters. And now Ramos moving onto her shoulder and past her with Moore right there with her.
It is Ramos and Moore, the sophomore and the freshman. They're shoulder to shoulder at the moment. Here comes Moore.
And they have really separated themselves from the rest of the crowd.
Yeah, it's Moore and Ramos and everybody else at the moment. We're getting close to that 120 meters to go. And it's Moore. Moore down the stretch. Extends her lead from 3 meters now to 6. And it's Catherine Moore out of Lenexa St. James Academy who's going to win gold at the 400-meter run. Behind her, Emily Irvin trying to get the silver medal. And the winner indeed, Catherine Moore out of Lenexa St. James, wins the girls 400-meter dash in Class 5A. She was determined. She got it done. And she
yesterday a 54.26. Ranks number 4 all time in the state of Kansas. And if you look at the names in front of her, Janelle Smith, D'Angela McDougall, and Jocelyn Bentley, they all were just super athletes.
Jocelyn Bentley out of Highland Park in 1980 ran a 54.4.
Janelle Smith actually ran a 53.4, and that was before we had girls athletics. But she qualified for the 1968 U.S. Olympic team as a high school junior out of Fredonia.
Mosley in lane 4, well ahead of everybody else, including Lawrence High's Evan Serrati. And Crystal Mosley, it's her race to win. Look at the long strides as she heads down with 110 meters to go. Crowd encouraging her to her feet, thinking about a record and a record time for her. She's on pace. She continues to really stretch her lead. Look at the time, 53, 54, and she's about 55. That's going to be a nice time. Probably didn't beat her time from yesterday. In fact, she smiles and understands that probably not her best time, but that's a gold medal for Crystal Mosley out of Wichita Southeast.
Yeah,